Hello. Right, it's a rather special reset video this month because it's gonna be the last one that I'm doing on this main channel. After this month I'm going to be moving them over to the channel memberships. I'll explain why in a bit. But first off, let's just jump straight in, shall we? Hello, I'm Kim. This is the Coffee and Craft podcast channel, but at the end of every month, up until recently, I've been making these monthly reset videos, and they are a chance for me to set goals, review the goals from the previous month, chat a little bit about budget, and I do the usual Etsy versus Shopify website fight club, who won out in sales. And then I just share any other little interesting tidbits that I think tidbits. I share any useful nuggets of information that I can think of that might be of use to you. Right, so let's crack on. Let's start with goals, which should be nice and quick this month because I set myself one goal for October, and that was to try and find the new flow. We've had a lot of change going on personally here in House of Bliss, and just trying to find our feet with it all, which I think we're doing. My daughter is homeschooling. That's the change, in case you are new here. Hello, welcome. I've said that already, haven't I? If not, hi, welcome, and hi again if you're not new. I forget what I've said and what I haven't, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. More caffeine. And a natural rhythm we have got, I think, that's working out really well, and things are, for the most part, a lot calmer. But like I said, I will get to that in a minute. So that was my goal for October. There's too many months, they go too fast, I can't keep up. My goal for November is going to be doing something that I had wanted to do back in September, but again, because of all of the change and the everything that's gone on, I haven't been able to do it, and that's to get the new embroidered clay ornaments up in the shop. I only released one set in the recent autumn update. I had planned to have more in stock. Time ran out, all of the things, so I'm restocking, essentially. That is my goal, to restock the shop, because we're not going into quarter four, we are in quarter four. The festive season is right over there. We can hear Mariah Carey in the distance, and my shop, it's a lovely problem to have with so many things sold out, but also not great at this time of year. I need to get cracking. So I just need to find more time, because that's so easy. Yeah, that's my goal for November. We'll see how we get on. Budget. I can't even remember what I said my budget was going to be for October. Probably more of the same from September, which is not spending very much. I have spent a fair bit. I say a fair bit. We're not talking about a lot by most people's standards. My outgoings each month are pretty consistent because I squirrel away a certain amount every single month, so that when those annual bills come out, they're already, the money's already there. It's not a big hit. So apart from the extra supplies that I need, not too shabby, not too much. I did buy myself a new rolling pin and some guides and just some things to make these ornaments, just to make the whole process a little bit smoother. So I'm looking forward to getting those. And in November, my budget, I shouldn't be spending too much. I mean, I should be spending on postage, but I don't send things out free shipping, so postage is covered with a purchase. So my budget should be fairly low, and fingers crossed, profit will be quite high. We'll see. I mean, who knows? Although I have noticed over the last couple of years that summertime seems to be my busier time now, and then the Christmas period the second busiest time. So we'll see if that happens again. Alright, this is usually the interesting bit of these videos. It's the sales, because this is where my little Etsy versus Shopify fight club comes in. Now, I should point out, this is sales, the amount of sales. And while I don't share my numbers, I do tell you which platform made me the most revenue as well, and profit. So this is my sales chart. At the bottom you can see that I've got last year's sales and who won out. I didn't have my website the first 2 months, so big crosses there. And then above it you can see who won out in terms of sales over this year. And more recently, Etsy has come out swinging, which, I'm going to be honest, was a bit of a surprise, but good on it. Okay then, so who won out in terms of sales in October? It was Shopify. Yeah, they didn't like being pushed back on their bum, so they've come out swinging again as well. Now, what I found really interesting about this was the months where Etsy won out, they didn't win out in terms of revenue and profit. And I've explained why I think that is in previous videos, but I didn't have Star Seller badge. But that little pocket of activity has given me the Star Seller badge for the first time since I moved towards my website. And it's interesting that the first month that I get the Star Seller badge back, Etsy doesn't win out in terms of sales, which I'm taking as evidence that Star Seller badge still doesn't mean anything. It's still just a purple badge that means nothing. As a customer, as a buyer, I'm more interested to know the things that they were talking about, that they were shouting about the other month. Whether somebody has good feedback, how quickly they send stuff, how quickly they respond to messages. And even then, I only care about that if I actually have to send a message. Otherwise, even that doesn't cross my mind. It's mainly, are you going to get the thing that you see in the photographs, and are you going to get it on time? And that's essentially all as a buyer that I care about. So yes, I'm just adding that because I know at the beginning of the month, every month, there are people who lose their Star Seller badge and lose their minds about it. And it's not the big deal that you think it is. As far as Etsy's search goes, as long as you are meeting their criteria, it doesn't matter if you have the flipping badges. Anyway, I'm not going to moan about that. Clearly you can tell what my opinion is. We'll move on. All right, let's get into why I'm moving these reset videos over to the membership. Well, in a nutshell, since making the decision to homeschool my daughter, that has now meant that my time to work has halved. And unsurprisingly, what I can do in that time is no longer the same as what I could do before. Not without falling over. And I've come close. So my way of attacking this hasn't possibly been the healthiest, but I have decided to try and continue doing the stuff that I was doing before in half the time and then just see where the cracks appear first. Like I said, not the healthiest, don't recommend it, but I didn't know how else to sort of see what needed to drop first. You see, I've already made my business so that it works together and every part of it is an important part, so there isn't really much that I could trim. Anyway, the cracks are showing and I'm starting to see the things that I need to move. Basically, it's gonna have to be the video creation to some degree, because as things stand at the moment, while I was making handmade products before and then making video content to grow my business and promote my products, it feels very much now like it's teetering towards the video content and I'm having no time to make anything, which is problematic because the whole making is the very soul of my business. There is no business without the making. I can't just do content. I don't want to just do content. It makes my eye twitch a little bit just thinking about that. So yeah, it's going to be the video content that needs to cut back. Doing that in a way that still allows me to run the business though, that's what I'm trying to figure out, hence trying to push it so I can see where the cracks form first. On this Coffee and Craft channel, I do a video every week, and then as a bonus video, the first Friday, is it the last Friday or the first Friday? It's the first Friday of every month. I rock up and I do these reset videos as just a little extra. I also try to do a once a month bonus video for members here as a thank you, because although that is supposed to be just a tip jar tier for people who want to support my business without necessarily buying anything, I feel weird about getting money for nothing. It could be a British thing, I don't know. It's too many. It's too many. There's too many videos. At the end of the month, there's always a week where I am making 4 videos in a week. So yeah, it was a lot, and this is where the overwhelm kicks in, because for this channel alone, that would mean that I was making 6 long form videos a month. So to me, it's just common sense to move these monthly reset videos over to the membership, and that way it just relieves me. I know it's only 1 video less a month, but it's a huge change up here as well. It just makes me feel a little less eye twitchy. It's not the only change that I'm making. I'm also going to be making some changes to the content that I post on Patreon. But if you are a member of my Patreon community, I have posted a video. No, I haven't, but I've filmed it. I've made 4 videos this week, guys. So I've made a video and it will be explaining the changes over there too. So that's just to reassure people watching this that, yeah, it's not just here that's changing ever so slightly. It's everything. And there may likely be further changes to come. I don't know. I'm literally going to just take it one day at a time and see how things feel and adjust the sails if necessary. So other than moving these resets over to the membership, nothing else is changing here. You're still going to get the this nonsense rocking up once a week, so you're welcome. I'm sorry, but if you would like to join me over there, it's $1.99 a month. That's the lowest that YouTube lets you set a tier on the memberships, and there's only one tier. Everybody gets the same, and it's going to be a monthly reset video once a month. The good thing about it, actually, that's just occurring to me, sorry, I'm thinking at you out loud, is that I might be able to go a little bit further into the weeds with stats and stuff, just because I won't have that worry in the back of my mind of people being mean. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the reset videos so far this year and that you've been able to grab some nuggets from them, and if not, then I hope I was able to entertain you. And again, I will be here in the Coffee and Craft podcast on Mondays. So with that in mind, if I don't see you over in the membership, I will see you next week on the Monday for the Coffee and Craft podcast. Ta-ra.